By the time you watch this video, I will be playing Marathon. I will be streaming Marathon, and we will be covering it and breaking it down in detail. Today, we're going to dive into what to expect, tons of very cool details and exciting things to get into when it comes to this game. And I cannot wait. You're looking at the actual menu screen for the game, and I'm super excited to bring this to you as we go forward, because some people already got their invitations for this brand new alpha. The first news that I want to talk about before we get into the deeper details of things is they're allowing us to stream this game. So originally the alpha was supposed to be a NDA, no speaking or streaming it, but I honestly didn't know what Bungie was thinking, because there's always going to be some leaker out there. It would have just made me upset, because now there's all this leaks and I can't stream or upload videos, and you know, I just hate when that happens on NDAs. So this is the best thing possible. The one catch, and the thing that I kind of want to also make sure people understand, is that this isn't necessarily the best representation of the game. And I only say that because we're not sure, you know, how finished is the product, in the sense that they basically stated this: we're gonna close off this NDA, you're able to stream it, you're able to upload, talk about the game, and do everything publicly. It's perfectly fine. But this is an alpha test, and they basically said that they want to stress test this. They want to check the network, make sure that they can handle, you know, millions of players. They want to make sure that the gameplay loop is functioning, that everything is flowing good. This is truly a test. This isn't necessarily a demo or a presentation. And some of us, you know, myself included, get too excited about just playing these tech tests and alphas. And I tend not to have to share opinions, because I do this privately as a playtester. But in the true extent now, which the public is going to get eyes on this, they're going to assume this is the final product and probably go a little crazy on the internet, guys. So when you see YouTube videos trying to rash on some broken mechanic or something, I'm curious on how that's going to play out for the community who's actually excited. Personally, I don't take any of those videos where somebody takes a 10-second clip of some mechanic in a video game and says, this game's trash, don't buy it, because there's a bigger picture, and those things can be fixed before release. So that is my personal warning to you guys, is when you see something on Twitter, don't let it defer you. Watch full gameplay, watch a full stream. I'm going to promote myself here, of course. Come see me and play the game, and then you decide, oh no, that's definitely not for me, or maybe it is for me. Somebody close to me, shout out to Tau Ceti IV, said it looks a little slow. Of course, he signed up as well to play, but he says it looks a little slow, and I don't agree. I think that, you know, what do you mean slow? Like the player movement or the pacing of the action, you know, and there's questions. We all have the questions. We're watching footage of very limited gameplay, and until this alpha comes, you know, we won't know for sure. But I do want to get into a couple of things. That's the news. So by the time this comes out, by the way, I'll probably be playing already. On the 23rd, I'll be streaming it. I'll be uploading full gameplay and breaking it down in detail to kind of help you guys understand. But today, let's dive deep down a rabbit hole into what to expect, more or less, and how this all functions in your experience. And we're going to just kind of share the perspective so you guys can see for yourselves and understand. And I'm going to be doing a deep dive. So here we go. So first things first, there's going to be 4 runners, aka 4 classes. 4 heroes. They're not really heroes, because you can customize them way more than any hero game I've ever seen before. I consider them classes, and that's what I'm gonna be calling them. Not sure what Bungie's considering them. I don't think they call them heroes either, but this right here is 4 of them. You got Blackbird, very cool, amazing stuff with Blackbird. I'm actually excited to try them out, and we're gonna get into each of them a little bit. We do have a video breaking that down, but Basically, all of these have unique elements. One of them can go invisible. Another one has a shield. Another one can move and jump crazy. And then another one has scanning and disruptor type of abilities. All of these 4 are basically top tier stuff in this game, in my opinion. It's going to be a fun ride. And so you have your 2 weapons, your equipment, your shield, your core, and then your implants. The core and the implants are very good, and I'm not going to go too deep into this, guys, because we already did it. The core is going to help you with abilities. Implants is going to boost your stats, also helping your abilities as well. So this is going to be like the 2 main ones that can really change the way you play. But your book bag also has very cool stuff that gives you some different things. And we're not going to get into each of the classes too deep. I have a video for that. But I want to talk about the map, and you're getting dropped off in one area, and then you have objectives. Each of the characters have objectives. And I wanted to start off with this as an important thing because this is going to be your gameplay loop. And this is going to be probably the most essential thing. And I want you guys to pay attention and listen to this audio of the introduction of the different factions. And you'll be sent on missions by them in these games. So this is going to be a key thing. I'm just going to have you listen up and see for yourself.
Attention all runners. Traxxas Off-World Industries is currently seeking candidates for resource extraction on Tau Ceti IV. Traxxas Off-World Industries is the interplanetary economic leader across every major industrial category. Align with a corporation at the forefront of innovation and gain access to cutting-edge equipment and sponsorship. Please note, applicants will not be considered Traxxas employees. As non-corporate temporary assets, runners are not entitled to any worker protections or corporate representation.
Okay, so basically what she said is we got some missions for you. You're gonna go into the game. I want you to go extract this thing for me. I want you to go take out this target for me. I want you to find this key so we can get into this extra secret place. And
attention all runners.
So there's missions for you within the game. And that's what you're seeing these players do. They're not always fighting a player. They're fighting AI, and they're trying to complete their missions. As they complete their missions, they will be getting rewards that are specific to that faction, and they're going to be upgrading and having extra elements that are going to be very game changing, and they're going to open up the floor for you as you play. And so to me, that is super cool, super key, and it's going to be exciting once we get that full picture and experience for ourselves on how that's going to work out and what we can do within those things. And so I wanted to take a moment and just discuss pieces of that and things that I've seen that I'm actually excited about and get into. So each of the factions not only reward you with this amazing, new feature where it's going to be specific items that you can get, but they also have some really cool unlocks that are unique and that are going to help you in different ways. Now, the question I do have for the developers, and we're going to find out for ourselves by the time we play, is, and shout out to this girl, Bearkey, I believe her name is. I might put her in the description. This is a screenshot of one of the factions, okay? And there's a bunch of them in here that I took, but I couldn't see everything about what they do. But where her camera is kind of ruining it. But basically it tells you you can unlock and enhance your implants, okay? So all of this here that you're seeing are upgrades that I will be consistently upgrading as I go on these contracts, on these missions, and then I'll continue to upgrade them. And they're gonna do simple stuff. Maybe just give me extra vault space. Maybe they'll give me, and again, they've talked about some of this, but I don't know why the creators, and no disrespect to any of them, they didn't just sit here and show us this. and say, look, this is very important. This is the big gameplay loop, the progression system for this extraction shooter. Maybe you're not interested in extraction shooters. You don't want to lose all your items. I totally get it. Well, in here, you have these upgrades with these factions, so you're able to get little things. Like, let's just say there's a bigger vault bag, more reload speed, you know, whatever the case may be. Again, we don't have the exact details. This one says finishing increases your shield charge. So basically, look at that. That's one little thing from Traxxas. These are things that are going to be huge, in my opinion, that are going to be game changers that we didn't get all the details for thoroughly. And I'm kind of upset about that, because if I was a creator, I would definitely help people understand what they're getting out of the game. Personally, that's just how I am, and I want to kind of show people what exactly we should expect, you know? And so anyway, I keep taking shots at creators, but yeah, we got to do better, folks. And so here goes some that I ended up scouring through the internet for. This is an example of a mission. You're on the actual new faction, and so here it goes right here. It says ticks multiply exponentially, destroy their nests to stabilize the population. Very easy, right? So let's say I go in there and I split up with a teammate. We take out all the nests. It's only 2 of them, and then we extract, and then we're done. That's a personal private mission. I don't even care about players. We're just trying to get this mission done to unlock something special. This is the kind of thing. And here goes another one. And then it says all salvage has a purpose. Sweep hauler in perimeter for useful items. You know how easy this is to do? You know how cool it's going to be to just get in there and grab this stuff? And you can do this casually. We're in the middle of a fight. We're battling all these people. The AI's there as well. We're taking out the AI while we take out the players, right? Or we're doing 2 missions at once. You can be upgrading your factions as you go along. It's a cool mechanic that's very easy, simple, and straightforward that I think it's not getting highlighted. And it's kind of annoying that so many, you know, creators didn't dive into this. And there's so much. I mean, I'm gonna have to make a video when I get my hands on the game, because I'm just showing you guys screenshots of things I've seen that nobody talked about. It was literally watching hours of footage to finally find something. So here goes another one. It goes, fact checking the essentials to any investigation. Locate the colony support AI automated logs. So easy. Just get in there, find some logs, and get out, right? These are the type of things, like I said, they're not necessarily the most difficult and elaborate, but what it's going to do is going to offer extra gameplay, excitement, intrigue, and interest for all of us as players. We love the game, right? And we'll see. When I have my hands on the full game, we'll be investigating all this thoroughly, because I do want to give it to you guys. Now, I'm going to take a moment to talk about things you can get that sound cool, right? These are things that also was sent to me through Discord. I appreciate it, by the way. And so it says, this is a precision barrel mod, by the way. Kills grant stacks of bonus accuracy and range. Nothing special. But check this out right here. Another precision mod. It says reloading this weapon when the magazine is empty overflows the magazine. First of all, I'm emptying the clip right off rip, and I'm gonna have the overflowed magazine. Okay, we're gonna just do that every play. This is a mandatory thing, so you can have more bullets to kill more people. Okay, this is just a thing. Imagine right before an engagement, you just unload that clip, reload, and get it going. In my opinion, that's something I'm going to do. I'm very excited for. This is another cool feature. Think about all the times you're trying to loot and you get caught when you play battle royale games or extraction shooters. If you're like me and you love those genres, this is overpowered. I wish other games had this, because it just makes life easy. Let me loot in peace, okay? But now I'm going to give you a pro tip ahead of time. Do not, and I repeat, do not sit there and loop for 10 hours. You're fired. If you're my teammate and you're in one box for under 10 seconds, 15, 20 seconds at most, then we got a problem. Now, I'm not going to judge you on the betas, and once the game fully releases and people are still in the boxes too long, you're fired, all right? It's not going to work out for you. Just saying. That's how I feel. But yeah, so there's plenty of these that are interesting, and we're going to go into some crazy ones. This is an implant. It says sprinting does not build heat for short time when sliding. So just slide. You won't have to have no heat. Keep sliding, run, slide, run, slide, run. This is a must-have if you want to just be running and gunning and get in there. That's going to be a wild style that I cannot wait for. Then we have the Blackbird one. This one's interesting, okay? So interrogations, they're basically like when you stab someone originally after you kill them, when they're down, you can tag their teammates. But this one says interrogations now trigger when you down an enemy. So even just downing one guy will ping the rest of the team. This is overpowered. This is broken. And I can't wait to abuse it. The devs are going to be like, yo, nerf, Mags going crazy. I cannot wait for this one. It's exciting. And then Locust says incoming damage dealt to your shield barrage is returned to you as shield energy. This is one of those abilities, and guys, I mean, if you've seen the gameplay, right, and if you watch Locust in kind of one of the trailers and just people playing as him, you've noticed that he's very strong. He can survive a lot, and so having a shield is like having extra whatever amount of health. I don't know the numbers yet. I'm assuming it's like 100 or maybe 50 extra health. So you have an extra 50 health than anybody else. Then when you pop that ability, you're gonna be able to boost your shield. Let's say you break my shield. I'm gonna pop off on my barrier, and then it's gonna upgrade my shield, and then I'll be back in the fight. So basically, when someone's about to break your shield, that's when you pop it. And that's what I'm loving, and I cannot wait to try all of this. It's exciting. It's super exciting. And now we're gonna get into the glitch ability here. It says gain the additional microjets charge that generates less heat. So now I don't know how the jets will function against other players and how good or bad it could be, because you know sometimes players that go up in height can get shot down fast. Then there's other games where you're going up in height and you have the advantage. Personally, I think this glitch is going to be very amazing. It's one of those characters you can pop off with and survive situations better than other characters sometimes. So until I get my hands on that and then I fully know what she's capable of, you know, it's just interesting to say the least. But hopefully she's good to go. And the next one is for Void. It says your utility knife deals greatly increased damage when attacking when invisible. So if you don't know, Void is the stealth character. He's super cool, and I'm excited about playing him because I love stealthing. But this game, you know, it's an extraction shooter, so you might need that ability to get in and out of situations, whether you want to push a team or you want to try to escape a team. It could be interesting, you know, to say the least, to see how far that goes. And then I just want to kind of throw out a couple of them that I've seen. It says gain invisibility for a short duration on reload. This is a cool ability again for any character. If you can pick this up, it's going to be useful. It's going to go on your magazine. It can be a really good thing. And so those are some of the key things that I've seen that will be fun for gameplay, your loadout, and your play style, and how you want to go. Again, we don't have everything at access yet, guys. By the time I make this video, most likely I'll be already streaming it and getting going. So I'm excited about jumping into the game. But I did want to kind of touch on a couple of other factors. Again, now that this alpha test is coming out, it's not necessarily the final product is what they explain, and they basically stating that, the game isn't out. So you have a lot of time left during this test to help them basically upgrade and do the best that they can. Again, the game comes out in September. There's many months left. This is a lot of time that they can adjust. And it's going to be up to us, all right? So if you're in my comment section and you're like, oh, what is this game? I don't like it. That's okay, dude. First of all, I don't really care because I didn't make the game, so you're not offending me. But I don't care too much. I do care if you give feedback. Why don't you like it? What is it that's not fun for you? What you feel is broken or is not interesting? Because as the person that might be playing this consistently, if the alpha plays fun and good, then your feedback can help the devs. Like, hey, we need to do this or make this more rewarding or add this extra feature. There's plenty of little details that your feedback can help. And even right now, reading this, it was somebody who said, oh, making any player invisible is broken in my comments. And I kind of rashed on them and I apologize. I didn't say nothing bad, but I'm like, dude, like, you don't trust Bungie? Like, they know what they're doing. They're not going to just make a broken game. There's going to be some things that are in balance, and that's why we're playtesting it for this alpha. But, they're not just going to do this every mechanic broken. The person was talking like everything was broken, and they haven't even played it yet. And I'm like, let's play it. Let's see if it is broken, and then we could complain and say, yo, fix this, man. Because they were assuming that you can be invisible the whole play. And I'm like, no. If you shoot, you're not invisible. Reloading makes you invisible. Going into a bag makes you invisible. One of the characters can go invisible. Also, if they shoot, they'll get spotted. So there's a lot of dynamics on how this will play out, and this is gonna work overall. I love it. So far, the ideas. And, I've played a lot of extraction shooters. I've played a lot of battle royale games. They're similar in some ways. And so we want to see unique, different things that we've never seen before for people who enjoying this genres of shooters. And so we'll see what happens. Again, the very cool faction system, to me, is something that will keep me playing. I'm not interested in just extracting games if it doesn't have a fun, whether it's a narrative, whether it's a progression system that's exciting. Like, I've never been one of those just play to play. I like having incentives and interesting things on top of the fun gameplay. So that's where we are, and that's what we'll see. And again, I just wanted to iterate, this is before I get my hands on the game. Everything I showed you can change and might be adjusted, which is a good thing because the game comes out later on this year. But we're gonna indulge on this alpha, so lock in for this run. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you leave a like, man. We need those likes because we got to build up that algorithm for YouTube. Much appreciated. See y'all on that next one. It should be popping up more details about this game right on your screen. See you there. Peace.